Hi, I'm Jeffrey Craner, and my friend Cecil Baldwin loves horror movies, and he's helping make this genre more approachable for me and hopefully for you too, one film at a time in a random order. Are you squeamish about horror movies? Don't worry, we will tell you what happens. Adore horror movies? Great! Watch along with us each week. As always, check the show notes for content warnings about this week's episode discussion and film. This week we randomly rolled a 3 for Mother Nature and a 3 for En Espanol. Here is episode 301.
Top number generator. Podcast number 9.
This week on Random Number Generator, horror podcast number 9, Night of the Bloody Apes, 1972. Warning! Spoilers ahead.
I want to talk to you about drywall anchors. For a long time, I wouldn't hang anything on my walls that couldn't be supported by a single nail because I didn't think I could do it. If you wanted to mount a shelf or a TV or even a towel rack, that was just for the experts. They were going to have to install some kind of special rigging to hold that stuff up. Then I discovered drywall anchors. You need a drill, of course, for the pilot hole and a stud finder, but after that, it's so easy to hang anything from a framed photograph to a giant HD TV on a swivel mount. It's so much easier than you think. Speaking of stud finders, if you can find the studs, you can just drill wood screws straight into those things, and there's nothing you can't hold up. I've got my bike mounted on my wall because the rack is drilled right into the studs. I would probably do pull-ups from a bar secured by wood studs. Nails are fine if you just want to hang a small mirror, a diploma, a framed Welcome to Night Vale poster, whatever, but nails don't secure anything quite like screws do. The threads of the screws create not only more grip, but tons more area of contact, and that increases friction, which makes something screwed down so much harder to tear away than something that's been nailed down. So, drywall anchors, wood screws, these are your friends if you really want something to not easily fall apart. This intro was written and directed specifically for you, Goyo, and your botch job in the lab. Dr. Krallman told you to board up the windows, and you certainly did not use number 8 wood screws. I'm actually not even sure if you use nails on those boards. Wood glue? Scotch tape? Chewing gum? I have some helpful YouTube videos for you to watch, my guy, and don't even get me started on knots. Woof. Hi, Cecil.
Hi, Jeffrey.
What's the coolest thing you've ever made by hand?
Coolest thing I've ever made by hand. I have a blanket that I knit that is pretty darn cool.
That's exciting. Is it a throw for the couch, or is it on your bed?
It is. It can be a throw for the couch. I currently have it on my bed. It's like a perfect lightweight winter blanket. It's thin. It's multicolors. It's circular. It's eye-catching. It's warm as hell, and it's super soft.
Oh, that's so nice. What color is it?
It's many colors. It's like blue, yellow, green, orange, and sort of like a dark green.
Oh, I love that. Oh, that's exciting. I love that. I love that you're so good at knitting now. Is it like a special moment when you feel like I've never knitted before, but just thinking about other handcraft stuff, that you kind of go through a few things before you're like, yeah, I actually can use this? Or is it something where like right away you're like, yes, I'm wearing the scarf?
You know, you can make super easy things that are perfectly good to wear, that are great. And then as you kind of develop techniques and get, little tips and tricks and, try some different stuff, you can jump up to like things that you would gift to someone pretty easily.
Yeah, I imagine like sweaters and socks and things that bend, and they probably get a little bit more complicated.
Much more difficult.
Okay.
Yeah, I completed my first sweater this year, and it took a while. It turned out great, but it's one of those things where I was like, I am making this for myself because, one, I know how much work is going to go into it, and two, I can sit here and measure myself to be like, okay, these sleeves need to be exactly this length, and here's the length from here to here, because there's nothing worse than having someone make you something and then you're like, this is great, and it doesn't fit. I'm never going to wear this.
Right. Yeah, blankets and scarves and shawls and things like that seem pretty great for knitting because they're pretty all-purpose, one size fits all.
One size fits all. Love it.
Yeah. When I was living upstate, I got really, really into woodwork stuff, and I made a potting table. So it was really nice.
Like
it was
like the one that spins?
No, not a pottery table, but like a plant potting table.
Oh, a potting
table.
Okay.
And it was it's like a like counter high, and it's got a back with shelves on top and like little hooks to hang all your things, and but in the planks of the wood there was like a built-in like divide about 3.5 inches wide, that when you are potting, you can just shove all of your leftover soil into that hole.
Okay.
And then I built like a little a thing that held a bin to collect all that extra soil so you could dump it back out.
Oh, that's amazing.
It was really fun. It was such an elaborate, fun thing. And I think you had said on the show before, talking about I think it was somebody you knew that did like woodwork. There was like 95% of your job is just sanding.
Yeah.
and I remember that 95% of that job was sanding and staining. That was basically it. But yeah, it's really, really fun. And it's super nice to build like a sturdy piece of furniture. You feel like you just got to look at that. You're like, I made that.
Yeah, I made that. I made that from bits and pieces. Much like taking your son and turning him into a half man, half ape lust rage monster.
That's right. A primate luchador sort of thing.
Yeah, like I made that.
I made that. Oh, what a day. What a day that we get to talk about this movie.
Do you remember the movie we watched, Altered States?
Yes.
Isn't this kind of just the movie Altered States?
Yes. I'm so glad that Ken Russell got his hands on this script and made the film that he made later.
Yeah. It's so funny to me how you can have like literally the highest brow and the lowest brow entertainment. And essentially, if you were to beat out, say, okay, here's steps 1, 2, 3, here's what happens in this movie. Sure. There's no ape heart transplant. There's no lady luchador wrestling matches.
No.
But they are kind of the same movie.
They kind of are. They're dealing with a similar thing of like, what is us? Like how do you work? Like what is it that makes you, all of that sort of thing. I think one of this movie, straight up, I'm just going to say, is absolutely silly. But it is clunky and weird, and the acting is off, and the script is everything is janky in this. And one of the things I have to say is we got to this by rolling the style of en Espanol, which this movie was shot in, but the available version is on Amazon Prime, and they gave us the dubbed version.
I know. I tried to turn it off, but it would not let me.
No. So shout out to talented interpreters everywhere. Like people who can do adaptations from foreign languages, because it is extremely hard to do. And because you miss tone, and sometimes you're just literally translating. And so there's a lot of lines in this movie that are things like, and this is a decision that we will make that will be difficult for time moving forward. And you're like, what? How about just, that's a hard choice? Like just.
I think when it comes to dubbing, I really think it comes down to how long are their lips moving? That's how much language we need.
Yeah.
Like, are they moving a little bit? Then we can say yes, no, please, thank you. Are they moving a medium amount? Is there a pause in the middle? Then we need 2 sentences that have a definite pause. What they're actually saying takes a far back seat, like way in the back of the minivan.
I think that's a great point because it's an extra level of translation. Beyond just like if you're translating a novel, you're not worried about the length of the sentences. You're worried about the tone and the voice and the action. But you're right. In a film, you do need to kind of time it up right. And sometimes, I know in German, a lot of times it takes a lot longer to say something or a lot less time to say something than it does in English.
Yes. And I find, like, I always notice it in Italian horror movies because, you know, they talk so fast.
Yeah.
Like, Italians are known for being quick talkers. And so you're like, you can literally hear the English sub people just like gasping for air, trying to fit all the words in that they have to say in the like tiny little bit of space that these Italian actors are moving at.
Now, one other note about the dubbing, and I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but I also have not spent much time in Mexico at all, and I don't know about like regional accents in Mexico. But I don't think that anywhere in Mexico a native Mexican would ever say the name Julio as Julio.
I know. I was like, Julio.
I don't think that happens.
Me and Julio down by the schoolyard? Is that your son?
Oh my God.
He does have pretty eyes though.
Oh my God. When they first showed this boy, all I could think about was how people, maybe this mostly happens in like straight people land with women, but they put these Snapchat filters that make it look all gauzy and their eyes are bigger. And I'm like, But the first several times we see him, they've got whatever Instagram filter happening.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then ironically, you can see his like chest hair poking through his shirt. And he's more hairy than his like luchador ape counterpart, who is completely bare chested. I don't know.
We're going to get real bogged down into the physics of any of this.
Oh my!
This works. Okay, let's start with. This is an interesting choice. We're going to start with like ominous music, title in the GUI font, very 1969, 70, whatever.
Yes.
And then we're going to do during the credits. It's going to be still frames of the movie to come.
Yes.
Which I found really interesting because it like kind of clues us in as to like, well, these things are going to happen.
But already you're like, we are going to see boobs. We are going to see ladies screaming.
Yep. We're going to see blood splatter on a wall.
We're going to see some blood splatter, and we're going to see some very kind of like stagey soap opera kind of scenes.
Yes. If you play the Jeffrey Craner random horror drinking game, take a shot because I will say this is a very Brechtian approach to theater, to storytelling of like, I want you to know what's going to happen going in because I don't want you to be caught up in the surprise of it all.
Yeah.
Whereas this film seems to be like, I want you to know what's going in because I want to just dull any hope that you will have a great time.
That's it.
The loud screeching music in this is it's stupefying. But then we're gonna meet Lucy, the luchadora.
Wow, we get a lot of Lucy. We get a lot of Lucy in the ring, and we get a lot of Lucy naked and showering
with no water. Dry shower.
Oh, dry. I need to take a dry shower, like a cat bath. And she serves no other function in this film. No. Also, when she showers, like, it was about the 6th or 7th time she's showering, and I was noting, because she's doing it after her wrestling matches. Yeah. And I just found it really fascinating that she does her hair before she ever gets in the shower. That's all. Of course. Full face of makeup as well.
Full face of makeup, and now I'm going to get in I mean, to be fair, those shower heads, this is like a children's gymnasium locker room because, like, those shower heads are at, like, belly button level. Okay, so she is a luchadora. She's got her red she looks like Daredevil. Like her outfit, she looks a little Daredevil-y. Yeah. She's going to wrestle Green Lady. And then also the handsome Lieutenant Arturo.
Oh, yeah.
Who they just keep calling Arthur in the dub. Arturo is her boyfriend, and he's a cop, and he's there watching her match as she beats the shit out of Green Lady, but she throws the Green Lady out of the ring, and that lady gets hurt bad.
Oh, no. Yeah, she lands like smack on the concrete, and Lucy's like, oh, damn. Oh, did I do that?
Proto-Urkel.
Yeah.
She's the Urkel.
Yeah, Urkel.
All right, so this poor woman, Elena, is going to have to go to the hospital we're going to learn that she has a fractured skull, and a piece of the skull is like wedged into her brain.
In her brain. But she has no family. Lucy feels real bad, and her and Arturo are like, we're the only family she has. But we also kind of don't want to fill out the paperwork describing how I might have accidentally committed involuntary manslaughter.
That's right. Also, I couldn't find any evidence that that Lucha Libre was any different than like American professional wrestling in that it is all for show.
Oh.
But I also don't know the detailed history of that. So if people know more of the history of that, but it is very funny that he's like later in it, he's like, I'll take you out to dinner if you win your match. And I'm like, aren't these scripted? I think Lucha Libre always is like just for show. It's fully like,
I don't know,
stylized. Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
Do not know. Okay. So now we're going to meet Dr. Krallman. Dr.
Krallman, what are you doing?
I love this, the way we meet him, because they call the hospital because Elena's got her skull broke. The operator at the hospital sees
General Hospital. Luke and Laura, General Hospital.
And she takes the call, but then she turns to Dr. Krallman, who's leaving for the night. And she goes, Dr. Krallman, you have a meeting tomorrow at 9 a.m. in the blah, blah, blah room. And he goes, oh, it's so early. 9 a.m.?
Yes, it is, Dr. Krallman. 9 a.m. is early, okay?
As a professional podcaster and writer, I consider 9 very early.
Yes.
I feel like if I was a doctor or head of a hospital, I would not consider it as early, but who knows? So he gets into his seafoam station wagon, Goyo driving, and they head to the zoo to dart a monkey.
Oh, my God. I love how we're just, like, broad daylight. They've got a key. I love how they hide behind absolutely nothing at one point from the security guard. They're like, wait, just crouch right here. Okay, now we can keep going. And then we've got, cut shots of like orangutans and gorillas. And then they find the quote unquote gorilla that they want to tranquilize. And it is just straight up a dude in a rubber suit.
This is the Phoenix Suns mascot. This is just the dunking gorilla that they shot.
Wow.
It's great.
And it just is like, he puts together his little rifle. He puts the little tranq dart in, shoots, and that thing goes, "Arr!" and then just falls right down. They open up the cage, and then they have, Jeffrey, body transportation in this movie seems difficult to me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't, like, a lot of time, we're moving a lot of bodies around here. The police and, the hospitals, clearly they have stretchers, A+ professionals. But a lot of people are just picking up bodies and just slinging them over their shoulders, or, hey, let's grab this gorilla and carry him the, quarter mile back to the car.
Yep. That gorilla is going to be easy 300 pounds.
It's so heavy.
A gorilla is very heavy. Also unwieldy.
Yeah.
Also, I think this is supposed to take place late at night, but they just can't shoot late at night. We can't
do night shots.
But still, there's going to be a lot of noise of you huffing and puffing and like two men carrying a gorilla to a station wagon. Also, it just... Also, just like the way its body is I don't know. It's very strange. Get a fucking gurney. You own a hospital.
Yeah. Well, it's like, especially when we get to like, oh, we must transport my son Julio downstairs. He's in such an unstable condition. Here, just sling him over your shoulder, Goyo. Or how about the woman with the piece of bone fragment lodged in her brain? We must just carry her willy-nilly down the stairs, like bumping her head on every step as we go.
It's unbelievable. Well, we're about to meet Julio, the doe-eyed Instagram filtered boy.
So dreamy.
So dreamy. He is in bed because he's sick with the leukemia.
Or is it cancer?
They do say leukemia at one point in time.
Okay, they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I think is that a blood cancer? I don't know. Yeah.
Unknown.
Anyways, listen, for a man who is basically stage 4, you have days to live sort of thing is kind of the way the doctors frame it. He's in incredible physical shape.
He's looking really good.
He looks really good. His skin, his tone, his weight, everything about him. I was like, you look very healthy, man. This is an insidious disease that shows nothing in your body. So we know what's at stake for Dr. Krallman here is his poor boy.
Yeah, and apparently Dr. Krallman has tried everything.
Yeah.
And his cohorts at the hospital have been like, no, man, we've tried everything. Literally everything. Poor Julio.
Yeah.
He's not long for this world.
I know one thing that Dr. Krallman did try. I don't know if it helped his son, but he definitely took an acting class. I don't know if he got a lot out of it, but he learned what choices are, and then he made them throughout this movie. And my favorite is probably when they're at the hospital talking to Lucy about her friend Elena, whose skull is all busted. Yeah. Krallman says, "We've done everything. Now all we can do is wait." Long pause. Look up and to the right and pray.
Yes.
Lovely. No notes.
Yes. See, it's not about what you're saying. It's about the amount of time in which you have to say it.
Yep. Okay. The doctors at the hospital are telling Krallman, this is when they give him the info of like, we cannot do anything else. Like, he is beyond saving Julio's. Sadly, he's done. And so he tells Goyo that night, tonight's the night. We do the operation. We got to save Julio from his leukemia. I'm going to transplant ape heart into my boy.
Uh-huh. We're going to take a gorilla heart and we're going to put it into his body.
Uh-huh.
And then the gorilla heart is just going to like strengthen the blood.
Yes. Prepare the gorilla is like
prepare the gorilla.
It was a line I should have expected in this movie, but I did not.
Yeah.
It caught me by surprise. Okay. Goyo can't work a power drill.
Goyo.
Can he be a surgical assistant?
Goyo can't be bothered to administer a shot on time. Goyo can't be bothered to check on the patient. He can't be bothered to do it. Like, so Goyo's story is that like I think he was in an accident and Dr. Krallman saved his life.
Okay.
When everybody said, no, this man is done for. And so now Goyo is totally like, yes, master, no, master, anything you say, master.
Yes.
My favorite part is when Dr. Krallman's like, you know what we have to do? We need to give this boy a heart transplant. Are you committed to this, Goyo? And you could see Goyo just being like, like, my heart? No, there's a heart of a woman at the hospital. Oh, that heart. Oh, I mean, it's illegal, but I guess I'm into that.
What Goyo lacks in skills or even like work ethic. He makes up for in loyalty, and you do need that. If you're going to be Dr. Evil Doctor, you need
a loyal henchman.
And that's probably the number one quality you need in that henchman. You can.
And admittedly, we're about ready to watch a 2-man heart transplant.
Uh-huh.
So Goyo has some medical skills as well.
Does he?
He's got, I mean, listen, I got to say the scariest part about this movie are these fucking real life medical intercuts.
Uh-huh.
Because it is willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's sped up or if it just feels chaotic and frenetic. And chaotic and frenetic are 2 words I don't want used described when your chest is cracked open and you're taking out organs from a human person.
Right.
It's crazy. It's like they're just slapping it's like Great British Bake Off up in there.
Yeah. This is like actual footage of surgery.
Yes.
This is actual like hearts and shit that we're showing. I'm presuming these are like footage of like cadavers maybe, or actual animals that people have cut. I don't know where we got this like Shutterstock footage of.
I think they're human.
Of actual hearts and things being removed and like skin and bellies being cut open. It's disgusting. And you're right. It is. There was something beyond just the grossness of seeing organs and shit. It's not like fast forward. It's at like 1.25 speed.
Yeah. And I guess, like when you think of open heart surgery, you think very methodical, very like scalpel. Yes. Cut here.
Yeah.
Okay. Suction. Great. It's all very, very lined up and neat and orderly. This is anything but neat and orderly.
No.
But, granted, there's only 2 of them. They're trying to make do with the best they can. Taking this gorilla heart out, putting it into poor old Julio, stitching him back up.
And, Master, look, it's working. It's working. They have it hooked to the EKG and it buzzes, and that's how we know it works.
Even though it just goes boop, and then we keep waiting for the like boop, boop. But we never really get it. But they're like, it's working. I'm like, is it? It's on. It's turned on, yes. But is it working?
It was so anticlimactic, or it was so confusing, really, because they don't use the machine in a cinematic way to tell you.
Yes. Like, look, he's coming, because Julio's eyes start to flutter open and it's still just going, boop. I'm like, is he a zombie? Is he undead?
Later they do it and the machine is going, man. It's a little bit like the sound of like your credit card didn't work on the machine.
Yes.
It's a beep.
Remove card. Please remove card.
Yeah. And they're like, great, it worked. I'm like, that's a different sound than what it did the first part of the movie.
What? They also have him in like a little oxygen tent.
Uh-huh.
They're like, you're going to be okay, man. Now you just have to rest for like 6 hours.
Blink twice if you feel no pain.
No, I don't feel any pain. That's nice. But your eyes are so dreamy.
Blink 3 times if I should take the Chargers plus 4.5 on the road. Okay, so we're going to do more wrestling. I adored these luchadora scenes because it very clearly is not Lucy in that outfit.
Oh, absolutely
This woman has an entirely different body.
Oh, absolutely.
This is a professional wrestler. It's actually pretty well choreographed. I really enjoyed these scenes a lot. They have a really great angle, like an overhead shot of the ring.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like creative movement happening. I love the choreography of wrestling. It's pretty fun.
You can definitely tell in this second bout that Lucy's real. She's real shy though.
Yeah. She gets freaked out.
She gets freaked out. She even throws her opponent over the ring, out of the ring, And the opponent kind of bounces back, but you can see her like,
Yep.
no, oh no.
Arturo is classic man in that he's like, your friend's going to be fine. Just get over it. Either
quit or get over it.
Those are your two options. I can't handle your emotions.
She's like, I kind of have been thinking about quitting. And he's like, good. Then you can be my girlfriend full time.
Oh my God. Beautiful. I love it. I love that it's like, you have to quit your thing, but I am on call 24/7 to the police.
That's right.
And I can just cancel dates whenever I want.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Cecil, unfortunately, the zoo workers have discovered that a gorilla is missing.
Yeah.
Dr. Krallman did not take this into account, that if a gorilla goes missing from a city zoo, we're going to be on the lookout for a gorilla on the fucking loose.
People might notice.
Uh-huh.
And especially if, like, the cage was like, the lock was opened. Like, it didn't break out. It was removed.
Yes.
So either that gorilla got really good at picking locks, or somebody stole a gorilla.
Well, they're now going to have to be sending cops everywhere to look for this fucking gorilla, which is when Arturo gets called out from seeing Lucy, who really, like, it's amazing that 75% of her scenes in this movie are in that gym or in that shower.
I read this is kind of a sad story.
Oh, no.
A bit of a sad story. That the actress essentially, like, the director kept telling her, oh, no, we need you naked in this scene. Oh, no. We're going to, like, she shot kind of all of her scenes in one day or whatever. And they're like, no, we need you. We need another naked shower scene. We need another naked shower scene. And essentially just had her, like, hanging out naked on set all day while, like, all these guys watched her, just so she could, like, be naked, which feels icky and gross.
It's
and
so
then you watch
icky.
this movie and you're like, yeah. They're like, no, we need you naked on the table. No, we need you naked walking from the shower to the door.
Yes. Yeah. That checks out.
It feels like exactly what it is.
Yeah, this movie definitely feels in that. It's very this is an exploitation film of both
indeed.
like being bloody gloopy, and it only can really succeeds with the blood even outside of the surgery stuff, because there's the whole blood splatter or whatever.
Yeah.
But also, it has not come into the Me Too era, let us say, about this film. So now we've got Goyo. He's bringing food to the lab late one night. Dr. Krallman is asleep, and Julio's sitting in his little tent, and no one's paying attention. And he's turning into Ape Face.
Oh no!
Oh no!
What a choice here, Jeffrey.
What
a choice.
I get what they're going for, because they're matching the luchadora mask.
Yes.
To the fact that only his head turns into an ape?
Yes. And then his body has no hair on it at all.
So he turns into an ape. He's like licking his lips and his grumbles, Cecil.
Oh my God, I love it. And this is gonna continue throughout the entire film. Like he's chewing on some gristle.
It just sounds like he's talking to himself, like muttering to himself,
like
in orc.
Like puttering around the apartment.
Like, what did I do with? I just
God
had
damn
my
it!
phone.
I know. I have that screwdriver around here somewhere. It will continue until the literal last shot of the movie.
Julio wakes up. He gets up, shoves both Krallman and Goyo out of the way, and then just dives out the window.
Out he goes.
The rifle, Goyo, follow me. So now let's go to our other exploited. Well, we've got 3 exploited women in this movie.
Oh, yeah. If not more.
If not more somewhere. This second lady is a sexy lady just in a towel.
Yep.
Sitting around having a phone call. And Goyo can see her from the ground. He can see into her big windowed fancy apartment.
And somehow he gets in.
Somehow.
Because the next shot, he just appears inside her apartment.
Yeah, he's just in her shower. there's this thing where we're like this old school like male pulp narration of like Westerns are filled with this too, of just like the rape narrative, like it's the worst thing you can do sort of thing. These scenes are so strange because it's so violent, but also so confusing as to what he's even trying to do.
Yeah.
But
like literally they're just like rolling around on a bed.
Yeah.
Like just kind of pushing at each other.
Yeah. He knocks her unconscious in the shower, lays her naked body on the bed. He doesn't tie her to the bed, but like when she wakes up, she grabs the bedposts, almost like she is tied to them and can't let go of them. But while she's still unconscious, he just is kind of like rotating her body. Like he's trying to figure out what a human is.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was just very confused. I'm like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
But then he attacks her.
But then a lamp breaks. Yeah, a lamp gets shattered. Uh-huh. And then there's just blood, inexplicable blood.
I guess he bites her. This is like the werewolf thing where like werewolves just attack you to kill you, but not actually to eat you.
Yeah.
That's kind of what he does, which is...
It's the bloodlust.
Yeah. It's very clearly like he's attacking her sexually and also just wanting to murder her as well. But he has a predilection toward a more of a sexual assault on women, and he's a very straight monster. Anyways, blood splatter, neighbors have all come out. He escapes up to the roof when they finally get into her apartment and they find her dead body. Krolman and Goyo track him down and put a fucking dart in his neck.
They're like, whoa, that was really intense.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should take another heart. Like a human heart.
Yep.
We should take out the gorilla heart, put the human heart where the gorilla heart used to be, and maybe, just maybe, that will prevent the flow of gorilla blood getting to the brain and turning the brain into gorilla brain.
Uh-huh.
I think that's what we should do.
Yeah, so the explanation is that it is the heart is doing a thing with the brain, the cerebrum, that is it's causing the cerebrum to change.
Yeah.
Which means if we can get the ape heart out and get a human heart in, then maybe that change will stop and he won't be monkey or an ape anymore.
But he will. Because they're like, the amount of time it takes for the blood to circulate through the body is 45 seconds.
I was confused by that.
He might change at any time. It could be minutes. It could be hours. It could be days. I'm like, I feel like we're forest for the trees here. Aren't we trying to like cure him from cancer or leukemia or something? Like we're no longer even like looking at that. It's now just like, what can we put into this boy's body?
I am interested in the film where they successfully transfer this Elena's heart into him and then he turns into a woman.
I know.
I'm very curious. But
just the head.
Just the head. I mean, and then boy, that probably is a way worse narrative than what this movie is doing. Yeah. I can't even imagine.
And then he does lady things.
Oh, boy, I can't imagine Rene Cardona or the director, whoever he is, cannot imagine him handling that story very well at all.
Also, like, how many surgeries is this person going to go through in a span of 48 hours?
I can't understand, like, a body ravaged by leukemia.
Yeah.
Because at the other side of this is that's a fucking blood disorder. Like, that is...
Yeah.
Your blood is poisoned. Like...
Yeah.
I don't understand how the body
can
bouncing
back
hold up
from
to all that
gorilla heart surgery number 1. It's certainly not bouncing back from human heart surgery number 2.
My God.
And yet it does.
And yet it does.
And yet it does, Jeffrey.
This is really true of older movies, but I think just any kind of like B movie sort of thing that It does feel like the script was written by just the director playing with dolls. Like it has the level of thought that a kid has. And we're like, I would like some tea. I'll make you some tea. Here's some tea. So good. Like that's just kind of the...
My son is sick. I'm really sad. You know what we should do? We should take a gorilla and put a gorilla heart in there. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Oh, look, it worked. Oh, no, he's a gorilla man. Let's go get him. Please don't hurt my son. He's a gorilla man, but I still love him.
The scene after he so violently attacks this woman.
Yeah.
And right before he gets darted by Crawlman and Goyo, he's hiding in this alley, and there's a scene with a little boy at the grocery corner store.
What happens there?
The boy is like, they have done him up as like classic, like just cute, sweet, innocent boy. There's no complexity to this boy. He is whistling as he's like walking home. He's almost skipping.
Is this boy going to the store at 11 o'clock at night?
I don't know.
Unknown.
But he goes right past Julio, and Julio doesn't do anything.
No.
Which is to suggest, oh, he does have a heart of gold, though.
Like he does, like innocent creature. Innocent, like children are okay.
Yes.
It's just when he sees ladies that he gets all riled up.
Yes. Anyways, all right. So now we're gonna have to. Go get that lady who had the skull operation. Because listen, Goyo, I know it would be a crime, but she's gonna die anyway. And even if she lives, she will be in a constant vegetative state.
So really, we're doing her a favor.
And he's like, I'll be right back. Board up the window and tie down Julio. And Goyo decides, well, I'm going to use this chewing gum to put boards over the window. And it's going to be like 6 boards that barely cover anything.
Like, and not in a uniform fashion.
No.
Of course.
No. They're just...
And also, like, give Julio a shot to keep him sedated until I can come back with the lady. Which, that never happens, because next thing we know, it's like 3 hours later, and Julio's up and at him. Just like, just unchained.
He's got the ropes. And all Goyo did was just lay ropes over him. He didn't tie them to anything.
No.
How do rope work, didn't. Goyo?
No. And back out the window he goes.
He attacked. There's a couple making out.
Yep. He like rips out the guy's throat.
Yeah, I love the long, slow process of just peeling off the skin on his neck.
Ugh. He chases the redheaded lady. A lot of her hair comes out. Did you notice that?
No.
Like, she has a lot of fake hair. But, like, her clothes come off, of course.
Yeah.
Lots of run around, half-torn dress. But she manages to escape. And she runs into, like, a little, store where there's a dude who is holding a knife that is completely bends.
Yep.
Yep. Like...
Wobble knife.
And he has an absolute rubber knife, and she's like screaming, and she's like, "Oh no, there's something in the park," and he's like, "I'll go investigate," with his rubber knife. Who Julio then takes the rubber knife and just stabs him in the chest.
Yep. Then Julio finds another stranger on the street and then like pops his eyeball out like a zit.
Yes, but then just keeps on walking.
It's so goofy. It's very gross. This eyeball looks like it's made out of mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, while all this is happening, Crawlman and Goyo have gone to Elena's hospital room.
I love how they just sneak in through the window.
Yes.
Like ground floor window. Again, they give her like the most violent injection. Like, jab.
Yep.
But they have no, like, way to carry her. This woman who literally has, like, a piece of bone lodged in her brain, they're just like, jostle.
Yeah.
We're just going to carry her out the window. It'll be fine.
Sure. It'll be easy. All right. So,
They get her back home.
Well,
oh no, Julio's missing.
yeah, well, they're on the way back home when they see the commotion at the park.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Because now suddenly all these people are getting murdered. The police are showing up. I like that there's like a crowd and the police cars are coming in from all sides, like screeching to a halt seconds before they plow them.
Did you see the extras like that almost got murdered while making this movie?
Yeah. This is one of the scariest moments in this film. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
It's real.
Holy God, you guys.
It's also like, none of the cars go into park. They just kind of stop and then they kind of like keep on rolling. I'm like, y'all, parking brakes. throw on the parking brake.
No one knows how anything works. I do love the older woman who discovers the guy who got his eyeball squeezed out. And she goes, oh, a dead man. A dead man. A dead man. I found a man and he is dead.
He is dead man.
I feel like David Lynch had to have seen this movie. Well, they find Julio and dart him in the neck one more time.
Yep. And again, they carry his body. The giant 290-pound luchador ape hybrid. Completely unseen through the park.
We don't know what's going on. All we know is a bunch of people are dead. I like that Arturo shows up at this and is like, this man has been murdered. And we're like, yeah, no fucking shit.
Well done, Lieutenant.
Oh my God.
My favorite is the maybe it's after this. Maybe there's one more murder spree. I can't remember. But it's when Lieutenant Arturo is having the cops are having a little meeting. We have two meetings.
Yeah.
We've got the hospital meeting and the cop meeting. And the cop meeting is Lieutenant Arturo saying, okay, here's the thing. We took some of the blood samples, and it is both man and beast. So I think what we're looking for is a man-beast hybrid. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but this is the only possible explanation there is. And everyone's like, yeah, I think that. No, I think you're right. I think you're right, Lieutenant Arturo. You're so handsome. You could never be wrong.
I like that when he says that, he was like, this is a theory that you could only have in this century.
Yes. Yeah.
True.
Meanwhile, we got all the board of the hospital with Dr. Krallman sitting at the head, and they're like, wait, a woman's body was just stolen from the hospital?
I love this scene. I think this is a great scene.
Because it's honestly this, like, they're like, well, we should call the police, right? No, but if we call the police, that makes us look bad. Yeah. That reflects poorly on General Hospital. So you know what? Here's what we do. We just keep it quiet. We tell everybody to shut the fuck up. And then we just continue as normal. And then Dr. Krallman, who is, of course, guilty of this crime, is like, yes, but I say we also wait an unestablished amount of time. And if the body is not just like found itself, because clearly she's sleepwalking, then we call the police. Everybody's like, yeah, I think you're right. I think you're totally right, Dr. Krallman.
I love that he adds, yeah, we'll go with the idea that she was a sleepwalker. She had to have gotten out that way. Maybe somewhere she got out of the hospital, was kidnapped. Let's run with the story. And also, once we give the story, let's strongly reprimand the personnel.
I know. They're like, it's clearly their fault. Clearly the nurses on duty.
This was where he has the line, we are in a situation that is difficult. I'm like, there's a different way to write that, my man.
Yeah.
Krallman, before this meeting happens, he and Goyo managed to get the heart of naked Elena, this poor woman. Like, she's got a scene where she gets her ass kicked. She's unconscious the whole time, has no lines, and then just ends up naked and cut open.
And then they're like, incinerate the body.
Julio has a luchadora heart instead of a gorilla heart.
Yes.
In his body.
And he kind of comes back to normal.
For some reason, Krallman needs, like, he knows the exact amount of time he needs for Julio to be good enough to carry out. And he sees the newspaper story and it has Arturo's theory in it about a man beast. He's like, oh, and he goes, Lord, I only need 6 hours. And he looks at the clock and it says 4 o'clock. And then there's like a time lapse. 10 o'clock. Yes!
No, it's not even a time lapse. It just goes boing.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
right.
It's 10 o'clock.
Boy, it's 10 o'clock. And he's like, yes, all right. Thank you, Lord.
Sweet. That happened so fast.
You know,
awesome.
When they tell you to put a clock on it in screenwriting.
Yeah, they do.
It does mean something more than just adding a clock to your scene.
You're like, 4 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
Done.
Done.
This bomb is going to go off in 30 seconds if we don't defuse it. Done. Diffused. Great.
Oh, well, that was
easy.
Great.
So they get Julio back to his bed, but he's got a red light on his face and he's starting to get a little gurgly. He's back to human face right now.
Yes, and they put him upstairs. They sort of tuck him in bed in his old room because they're like, we can't have people asking questions. So let's tuck him in. And Dr. Coleman's like, okay, I've been missing from the hospital for like 2 nights in a row. I should probably go check in at work.
Probably punch in.
Okay, yeah. Goyo. Keep an eye on him. Give him his medicine in 3 hours to keep him sedated. Leave the door open in case you hear, you got to stay on top of this, Goyo. And Goyo just fucks right off downstairs to like look through the encyclopedia.
Yeah, he goes and plays Candy Crush in the lounge.
Yeah, he does. And he even hears Julio being like, "Grr, grr." And Goyo's like, what is that? I'm sure it's nothing. Grr, grr.
Yeah, he barely looks in on that bedroom and was like, that seems fine. The moment he turns around, Julio is like full ape face, like pops out of that room. I'm like, he was out of bed so fast.
I know. Now, here's the thing. He like decapitates Goyo.
Right. I had this question. I had to rewind this because I was so confused.
Because like we see like extreme close-ups of Goyo getting murdered. Goyo's head being literally removed from the neck and from the body.
And you can tell it's the neck being removed because you can see the white collar of a dress shirt.
And then they kind of cut to the actor.
Who's in a black shirt.
Of course. And just sort of lying there.
Head like, fully attached.
What? Okay. I guess if it happens off camera...
It doesn't happen at all.
If your body is off camera, that means you don't have a body.
Yeah. Maybe the idea of the black shirt was to like just kind of hide the
like kabuki theater style.
Yes.
Like they're like, ooh, just pay no attention to the people wearing the black.
How do anything work?
How do anything work?
I don't.
Well, unfortunately, R.I.P. Goyo. You did a subpar job. What you lacked in everything, you made up in loyalty.
Well, Krallman gets home to find a decapitated Goyo. He goes upstairs. Julio is not in his bedroom.
No.
Uh-oh. But there he is. He's in the doorway. Julio, it's me. I'm your father. But...
just pushes him right to the side.
Yeah, well, he like backs him up. Krallman like falls down and knocks himself out.
Yeah, Krallman like hits his head and kind of passes out. And then Julio picks up Krallman and puts him in bed. Like, oh, dear father.
Yeah, he knows daddy. Yeah. And he knows take care of children. These are the only two things that he's programmed for good.
He does not know how doors work because he walks right past the front door and goes out the window.
Oh, how do door work?
Now, at this point, the police are like, okay, all these murders are happening in a very small radius around this park. And Dr. Krallman had sort of left to go to his, sham hospital visit. He's like, yes, here I am at the hospital checking in. And the beat cop, who Did you catch that they translated the beat cop with like kind of a fake Irish accent?
I was having a hard time understanding what he's speaking in.
I think it was like, oh, me boyo, here I am, walking the beat in Mexico City, swinging my nightstick. Seamus O'Malley, Mexican policeman.
Here in the state of Jalisco. Arturo stops to say hi to this Irish cop.
This Irish cop, yeah. Listen, it's not impossible.
No, totally.
Not impossible.
No, totally. No, there are tons of immigrants to Mexico.
All over the world.
All over the world. Many countries have immigrants. And he stops to talk
have the beat cop have a bad Irish accent.
Yeah.
Come on. Priceless.
He stops to talk to Miguel O'Malley, and Miguel O'Malley tells him, hey, everything's pretty calm, although nobody's really out tonight other than, like, Dr. Krallman just left to go into work, and Arturo's a little bit like, well, don't let that seem normal, which is a great point. Yeah. Okay, so this cop then gets attacked by Julio.
Yep, just jump from behind.
And this is right as Lucy is arriving on the scene because she and Arturo had talked earlier and like, hey, let's go out tonight.
He's like, hey, you should meet us to sit in the back of the cop car while I go hunt this dangerous killer. You know what you should do? Instead of me coming to pick you up, just meet me in a back alley.
In the park where all these murders are happening.
Yeah. Meet me on a dark road. Now, admittedly, Lucy gets out of her car and she's like, oh no, there's a man-ape hybrid. I'm not going to get in my car and drive away. No. No.
I'm going to get out of the car and run.
I'm going to get out of the car and run into the park.
I also want to point out that there's one of the other cops calls Arturo over when they find the dead body of Miguel O'Malley. And he says, he's like, he got attacked. He was killed by this monster. And Arturo looks and says, he's been murdered. And I just kind of like rubbed my forehead and I was like, yes, as I just said.
Yes.
But Julio chases down Lucy, starts to attack her. And again, I am thinking in like, I'm not even in 21st century brain. I'm in like 1980s and 90s brain here thinking, okay, we've set up that this badass lady is a fucking professional wrestler.
She's a wrestler.
So I'm waiting on a choreographed fight with this monster. No, he just kind of runs her down the same way he does everyone else, kind of like writhes around on top of her. Like it's very much like the Baron from Flesh for Frankenstein sort of thing.
Yeah. But doesn't get too far with her.
No, because the cops are showing up.
Yeah.
Krallman is there too. I don't know how he got word of this and got over there. So, because he had gone to work but then came back and found Goyo's dead body. Krallman actually attacks Arturo, who's got a bead on Julio with his gun. Eventually, Arturo beats back Krallman.
Yeah. Arturo just like punches Krallman in the face a couple times. Which I love this style of policing.
Just fight.
Bang, pow.
But when he gets to... He finds Julio lying on the ground, but it's fresh-faced, handsome boy Julio.
Yes. They're like, oh, was this the person who killed all those people? You know what? Take them both in.
Yep.
But don't take them to General Hospital, because that place is fucked up. Take him to Central Hospital, okay?
Now they're going to do a police search of Krallman's lab.
Oof. They're like, you will not believe what we find. The cops are everywhere. The reporters are everywhere. They're like, don't let the reporters downstairs. They're like, hey, we got a cage with a chain on it.
Uh-huh.
We got a a thing where you burn up bodies.
Yep.
We got a crematorium down here. Have this analyzed.
Back at the hospital.
In which there's no police stationed.
Nope.
Outside their door, inside the door, anywhere. Just Just, no presence whatsoever of safety.
This cut of Arturo telling his partner Gomez, both dad and son are both at the hospital. And it cuts to the hospital, and Julio is just mauling some orderly.
Yeah.
This poor nurse is screaming. Other doctor shows up, and he's like, I got him, and then immediately gets choked out. Then the nurse gets choked out. Meanwhile, there's just a little girl sitting in the hospital room right next to this.
Yes. Yeah. No need for any kind of police presence.
Or separation of the pediatric ward from...
No, not at all. So he picks up the little girl and he runs to the roof.
I think my favorite dubbing in this movie is for this little girl, because you can see this actor was just told, you don't have to do anything. Just be carried. There's no movement of her face to suggest any emotion or feeling other than, I am sitting here because they told me to.
Well, she loves looking at the camera.
She does. And
she loves looking right down the barrel of the camera. Is one of her favorite things.
She just has this blank ass face, and then you'll just hear no movement on her face. And you'll just hear, no!
Meanwhile, Julio's doing his brilliant.
It's so good. So good. So, he's going to go up to the roof.
Oh, I would like to point out that at this point, Julio has a nice set of fangs.
Oh, yes.
Did you notice that?
You're right.
Ever since he gets taken to the house, he's got little fangs.
Uh-huh. We added those later. Those just kind of grow in.
Sometimes it takes you a while to come into your own,
Yeah. I want to tell you about my favorite scene in this whole film. Okay. It might be my favorite just short scene in cinema history.
In all of cinema.
So we've set up that he's gone to the rooftop holding the little girl. And we'll get this upward shot from the point of view of the cops and the witnesses on the ground. And then there's another shot from the rooftop back down to them. So we're seeing this this rooftop shot down to the ground. So we're seeing police cars and other cars and just like 24 people on the ground, all staring up, cops, reporters, eyewitnesses. And they're all looking up at the camera. And one of the cops points and goes, there he is. Or no, he points, he goes, look, it's a monster. And everyone takes a full step back. Everyone just goes, ah! And they all step back in unison. It's so good. It's so good.
Like the monster's there in front of them?
Yeah. It's look up there, beat, it's the monster. Yeah!
Oh.
And they all step back.
Eek.
Just stunning. Like Busby Berkeley level. It's incredible. Don't shoot, he's got a child with him.
Oh, and the one person with the gun is slowly puts his gun down. You're like, yes, you can't see the child? Okay, fine.
Arturo makes it to the roof. He's got his gun drawn, but that little girl's there. He can't do much. And then Krallman shows up and says, let me talk to him. He's my son. Hey, Julio. No one's going to hurt you. Just give me the child. Thank you. Thank you for the child. Pow, 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 dead.
Dead.
Meanwhile, this little girl is just staring at the whole thing.
I know.
Okay.
What a night.
And Julio's eyes open one last time as with Julio face.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, Papa. And the doctor says, I lied to you about your sickness. I'm so sorry. I tried to save you. Forgive me. For what? Dead.
And then the final shot is Arturo and Lucy in the car driving away. And they're like, man, that was messed up. That guy died? Yes, that was really bad.
So sad.
So sad.
The end.
Real bad. You're right, Lucy. It was. It was sad. And it was bad.
Oh, my God. I was shocked at this ending.
They're like, yep, that was fucked up, wasn't it? Sure was. Anyway, off we go.
Like,
do you want dinner? What do you want for dinner tonight?
The Usual Suspects ending didn't rattle me as much as this ending. The Sixth Sense, nothing.
No.
I was floored at this final beat. It's just like, yeah, all of that just happened.
That happened.
What a
it did.
Bummer.
Well, good thing we're not doing that anymore. And we can keep on doing other things that we want to do.
Tremendous. No notes. Parentheses. Tons of notes. Shall we rate this film, Cecil?
Yes, let's.
All right. How approachable is Night of the Bloody Apes if you are horror movie squeamish? On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not at all approachable, 10 being very approachable. I mean, I might give this like 4 out of 10 luchadora masks. It's not scary. It's, as you can tell from this episode, it's very silly. I would just say that like I found the like surgery scenes to be really disgusting, like in a not fun way. Mm-hmm. I found the sexual assault stuff in it to not be fun at all. Not that that's ever fun, but it just is like, it's just done out of pure cynicism. It's just really upsetting.
It feels icky and gross.
It's so icky and so gross. This movie is icky and gross in so many ways. And I don't know if that's because of horror movie, but it's because of it doing horror tropes poorly. I don't think you'll be scared by this movie. I think you'll just be really like grossed out by this movie. I think there's a lot to enjoy in the film if you can step through some of that, but just, yeah, the content warnings for the violent sexual assault, animal harm and death, the graphic surgery, blood and gore. But yeah, 4 out of 10 for approachability. To speak nothing of approachability, how do you rate this as a horror film, Cecil?
Oh, it's a horror film. This one's kind of rough.
8, 9? 7.
Yeah, no, perfect 10. No, it's real cheesy. Yeah. Now listen, if you want a cheesy movie, I will say this movie is also kind of boring in places. It's a lot of shots of people walking from hallway to hallway.
Yes.
It's a lot of shots of people walking through hallways.
And not in the Qui-Gon sense of that type.
No, in just like, we need to leave this room and enter this other room. And that's what you're going to watch for a lot of this movie. So it is simultaneously like real icky and also real boring. But when it is inscrutable and mysterious and just it's beyond it's a video nasty. If that's what you're in the mood for, then great. But like 3 out of 10 gorilla hearts for this one. When it
hits, it hits. And I think of I think it's a baseball term that I've heard somebody use before, which is the true outcome, which means a strikeout or a home run. And this is a true outcome movie. It is one of the two. All right, well, let's figure out what movie we are going to watch next. You've got a scare die. I've got a style die. We will roll those up and see what movie matches those two things. Cecil, on your scare die, if you roll a 1, our next movie is Technology. 2, a vampire. 3, demonic. 4, wildcard. 5, werewolf. Or 6, alien. What is our scare?
That's a 6.
Got that alien. All right. I feel like we haven't done alien in quite a bit. All right, let's figure out what style of alien horror movie we're going to get. If we roll a 1, it's got to be based on a true story. 2, it's got to have a 5+ word title. 3, it's got to be from the 1980s. 4, it's a TV show. We're going to watch 3 episodes of that show. 5, horror homework, essential horror viewing, which has been on this list for 30 weeks. Or 6, a horror comedy. All right, let's see what we got here. That is a 5. We got horror homework. Finally. Man, I really wanted to see if we could make it a full year.
I know, right?
We had a ways to go, though. Okay, we wrote down, there's a few of these. We wrote down a few horror homework, essential horror viewing movies, but also we have an account at Letterboxd. We're at Random Horror 9, and you can follow our lists there where we keep lists of every possible die roll in a given week, and you can contribute through comments some movies that we might have missed. So Let me tell you the 3 I just wrote down that came immediately to mind. There's got to be plenty more. Alien. We haven't covered Alien. Yep. I mean, you could, by extension, I think Aliens is probably essential horror viewing, too.
Yes.
2, another one is Under the Skin. I just think this is a really really interesting film. I think it's doing a lot with storytelling and with performance and the way it was made. And then the other is like classic British sci-fi in the Quatermass Experiment. Experiment.
A horror homework.
Yeah, and that is viewing. Quatermass did not quite have, I don't think, the same impact in America that it did in the UK, but it was a huge like TV show, several films, yada yada yada.
Yeah. Lots of spin-offs.
Yeah. But let's see what people on Letterboxd had to contribute to this, Cecil.
Okay, I'm just going to sum up the majority of comments, which is, you got to watch Alien.
Yeah.
Like, 8/10 of the comments are, it's got to be Alien.
I'm just now seeing these, yeah. Alien, that's it. Alien, just do it. It's time for Alien.
Just do it. Just
Alien,
just watch
it's
Alien.
Not close. The answer is Alien.
Yeah, it's time for Alien. Heard. Absolutely heard. For the other ones, we've got King and Commoner recommend Earth versus the Flying Saucers, 1956. Extraterrestrials traveling in high-tech flying saucers contact a scientist as part of a plan to enslave the inhabitants of Earth.
Lovely.
Captain Bird recommends the Tommy Knockers. Ooh, the Tommy Knockers.
Oh, sure.
A Stephen King. Was this a Stephen King or was this
Stephen King?
Stephen Bachman, whatever his
No,
alternate
it was definitely
persona.
a Stephen King. Yeah.
Okay. The Itsy Bitsy says Rocky Horror.
Sure, of course.
Yeah, absolute aliens. Crow Friend recommends Predator.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Half Price Horror recommends Planet of the Vampires, a 1965 movie by the legendary Mario Bava, with a strong influence on Alien. But they say they also bow to the inevitable.
Yep.
We have Volitant Spider recommending Plan 9 from Outer Space. A couple of people recommended Plan 9 from Outer Space. Yep. Very horror homework. And then they also recommend Evangelion 1.11. You are not alone.
Solidarity, Volitant Spider. I love how much people want to get Evangelion on this show.
They're working on it. Space Hippie Face recommends The War of the Worlds, 1953.
Okay.
I mean, this is kind of like the OG alien invasion. And there's been quite a few War of the Worlds iterations, but I feel like this 1953 one is definitely horror homework for sure. I love it. People are like, here's a movie, but really, you should just watch Alien. I Scream recommends Super 8 with Elle Fanning and others.
Sure, yeah.
They're kids making a zombie movie with a Super 8 camera, but in the midst of filming, a train derailment, and there's some other crazy things happen.
Mm-hmm.
And Web R recommends The Thing from Another World, 1951. Howard Hawks dives into the paranoia in what's essentially a prequel to the 1982 classic.
Oh yeah, we actually did cover A Thing from Another World.
We did cover. Yeah, we did that one. The Thing from Another World.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we did.
Yes, we did.
Did we do that?
We covered that one.
We did that for the regular show. Yeah, that was the Carrot Monster.
Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot that was a Howard Hawks film.
I did too. Okay,
Jeffrey,
let's just do
it's
Alien.
Time we watch Alien.
I'm so excited to watch Alien. I just recently watched this on a plane ride.
Oh, that's the worst way to watch Alien.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. But I've seen it several times before, so I was also like, sure. Well, Alien is on.
You want like the best sound and like the best,
of course. But
screen.
Oh, I'm definitely going to rewatch it when we cover it. But I was just thinking about how I was sitting. I ended up on the middle. It was a big plane with the 3 middle seats.
Yeah.
In the 2 aisles, and I'm in the middle of the 3 middle seats at the back of this plane, and I just turn on Alien, and I'm just thinking about during the chest burst scene of like, well, everyone gets to watch this now.
Yes, that's
me.
right. Public-private.
Good times. All right, well, that's the most straightforward I think we've had in a long time for picking a film. So thank you all for listening. Thank you all for championing Alien on our Letterboxd. And thank you, Cecil, for talking with me. If you have thoughts on Night of the Bloody Apes or ideas for, I don't know what other movies you would do for Alien horror homework, but let us know at Random Horror 9 on Blue Sky, Instagram, or on Patreon, where we have public discussion threads for each and every episode. And you do not have to be a paying member to participate in those. So watch Alien. I think 1979 is when this came out. So watch Alien with us this week and come on back next Tuesday for a new episode. Have a restful night with no ape men tearing your neck off or nothing. Boo.
Boo.
Random Number Generator Horror Podcast number 9 is hosted by me, Jeffrey Craner, and Cecil Baldwin. Find more of our work on the podcast Welcome to Night Vale. This show is produced by Night Vale Presents. It is edited by me with music by Cecil and logo by David Baldwin. See original artwork for each episode by David on Instagram. Join us for live streams on Patreon. Watch our recording sessions on YouTube. Chat with us on Blue Sky and contribute to our movie selection process on Letterboxd. We're in all of those places at Random Horror 9. Today's scary story. The mad scientist pulls the lever. There are loud sounds and bright lights. Coins pour everywhere. I'm rich, he howls.